What's up, watch friends? Welcome to... Sorry, I said that, and then Uku jumped up and looked at me like, what? Am I a watch friend? She's right here. Come over here, Uku. There you go, see? She licks my hand and all that stuff. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Talking Timepieces with Tony. Tony. You know what day it is? Friday, which is Q&A day, Magic Watch Ball day. Ask the Magic Watch Ball a question, and she'll answer it. Then I'll give my 2 cents worth. It's just a fun, lighthearted way. I got to find a new angle with the watch ball, though, man, you know. But I love the watch ball. A lot of you do, too. So you can ask a question. You can just drop a comment. But don't do it this week, because this week is going to be the last week for watch ball and Q&A. Since next week I'll be in Nashville recording, you know, some rock star shit and whatever. I'll have a celebrity guest on. I'm super stoked, man. I'm going to be working with, okay, Paco. I'm going to be working with Lincoln Parrish. For those of you who know the band Cage the Elephant, he was a guitar player in Cage the Elephant, back with all those hits, Ain't No Rest for the Wicked, Come a Little Closer. If you don't know who they are, check them out. I think they've won a couple of Grammys, multi-platinum selling artists. They are freaking huge, or they were. I hear them on the radio all the time. Anyway, so I'm super stoked to be going out, hanging out with Lincoln, and he's going to be producing one of my songs. And, you know, so I'm stoked. So check out Cage the Elephant. And then also at the same time, we're going to be doing a drink and a chat. Me and him are just going to have a drink and start we're going to do something cool on the Watch channel. So I hope you guys get into that. All right, man, so let's roll the intro. And we got a bunch of questions today. I was going to break it into 2 parts, but let's just go. Let's just do it. All right, let's roll the intro. Okay, cool. So I do have a lot of questions today. Like I said, I was going to break it up into 2 parts. Let's just see if we can blast through it and whatever and have fun with it. This isn't even a question so much as a statement, but it's from JG6YCU340. Right now I'm saving money. I want to get my first Rolex. Nothing expensive. Nothing expensive for a Rolex? Damn, dude. You got to start somewhere. I do not know which one I should get. Well, start small. Start at the bottom. Get an OP. I am wearing my Rolex OP 36mm green dial. I'm really starting to love the 36mm. I'm glad I went down a size instead of, you know, staying at the 41s. Yeah, start with an OP, man, or a Datejust. Just, you know, but figure it out before you go into your AD and start throwing out all different, you know, models, because then that's going to be a red flag for them. They don't like that. But thanks for your question, dude. J Chong 416. Question: if Rolex doesn't want flipping, why did they take the name of the purchaser off the card? Well, I mean, dude, the card has nothing to do with flippers. You know, you could put your name on a card, people would, you know, still flip the watch. It's not gonna, you know, the card is the card. If there's someone's name on it, that's fine, but it doesn't matter. You can still flip the watch with someone else's name on it. You know what I mean? The Rolex have nothing to do with that. They're not going to. Rolex's intention wasn't to go, let's take the name off the card so no one will flip our watches. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, man. But I do appreciate the question anyway. I mean, you do have a valid question. It's just it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? If it's a 2023 Pepsi and it has John Smith's name on it, you know what I mean, and you still have a 2023 John Smith Pepsi with John Smith's name on it, and this next guy wants it at this price and this is what they're going for, then that's what they'll pay for it, regardless if the name's on the card. You know what I mean? Thanks for the question, dude. Parrish 1053, looking great, brother. Hey, question tomorrow night if it's not too late. Oh man, hey, how's it going, dude? I think you're in DC. You are in DC. It says traveling to DC this weekend, and I know I saw something that said you are traveling. Have a great time, dude. Enjoy time with your family. You are awesome, dude. I know you're traveling to Nashville soon. Yes, I am. Next Thursday. How do you like to travel with watches? Which ones will you wear or have in a roll? How many is right amount for you? How many is the right amount for you? Thanks, my friend. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you as always. You know what, dude? When I travel, Like for instance, I'm going to Nashville. I'll be gone for about 5 days or whatever it is. I'm going to bring 2 watches. I'm going to bring my GMT Master 2 Batgirl, and I'm going to bring my Zenith Pilot. When I was touring, and I was touring kind of extensively and gone for long periods of times, I literally only ever really brought 1 watch, and that was 1 watch that would kind of fit in whatever scenario I had to be in, just because I don't need the added stress of having another watch with me. I don't need more shit to carry around. I know it's crazy, even though it's a little roll, you know what I mean? I just didn't, it's like 1 watch. Mostly it would be a beater watch, like a Hamilton, that if something happened, it wouldn't matter. I would never take, I did take a Rolex to Europe once, but other than that, 1 or 2 watches, never really more than that, I think, so 2 is probably max for me. One Rolex and 1 nice watch. Yeah. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Cloud Talk or Claude Talk Z. Claude Talks 2194. Thanks, Tony. I love your channel. Thank you. I love you loving my channel. I have a submission for you, Q&A. When you choose a watch for purchase, do you buy what you think is cool, or do you consider what looks cool on you? For instance, the 300M, did you choose the white because it's the best color, or because the white suited you? Well, that's a pretty good question. Well, for one, I don't pay attention to hype. You know what I mean? I could care less. That none of it matters. You know what I mean? It's like, I know that when the hype with the Omega Moonswatch came out, and I was one of the first people, I say one of the first, whatever, I was stoked about it. Just the same with this Moonswatch, Blancpain, whatever. That's truly because I love Swatch watches and I want one. Not because of the hype or fear of missing out or any of that. I mean, with the Moonswatch, I waited for 1.5 years before I even got one, because I'm not going to go stand in line for freaking hours to try to get one, all that stuff. Or I'm not going to try to get one online on secondary. I'll get one eventually, and that's the thing. The 300M Omega was a watch I wanted, and I wanted to try on the colors they had. They had the white, they had the blue, and they had the black. And I tried on the blue because the blue was initially the one I wanted, and then I tried on the white, and I went, oh my God, this looks so much cooler, And I really bought it because I liked it, and no other reason. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't buy. I won't buy hype, and I buy what I like. I don't buy it if someone else thinks it's cool or not cool. I'll buy it because I think it's cool, and that's it. You know what I mean? And if I love it later on down the road, I keep it. If I fall out of love with it, because I may love it when I go into the AD and then buy it and then go, what the fuck did I buy this for? And it wasn't about hype. It's just literally about, I don't bond with the watch. I'm not bonding with it. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. So I buy watches regardless of what anyone thinks or what's going on in the market or what, all the fucking rage is. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate your question. Uncle Clint asks me, once insured, what do they do when lost? Get replacement from Rolex or give value back? How? Thank you. Okay, you're not from the States, but that's okay. Well, if your watch is insured and you lose the watch, it gets stolen or whatever happens to it, you file a claim with your insurance carrier. It's going to take some time because they have to investigate. There's a lot of fraud going on in the market. So let's say everything's clear, everything's coverage is cool, you're good to go, then they'll cut you a check. And that's it. You know what I mean? They don't get a Rolex and send you another Rolex. You'll get a check for the value of the watch or what you have it insured for. All right? And simple as that. Say that watch was recovered, then it goes to the insurance company because now it's the property of the insurance company. All right? Awesome. Thanks for your question, dude. Andy Prez 250. The sub is where it's at. One last question. Do you think ADs get mad, for example, if I cancel my order for the Explorer and just hold off for the sub date? Yeah, I talked to you a little bit online, didn't I? Yeah, I mean, when you're going in and you're getting your first Rolex, you went to Bindi, didn't you? You met Juan, I think. I'm pretty sure that was you. Juan's a really cool guy, but you also have to know what you want, all right? He gets hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of requests for Submariners, you know what I mean? If you're asking for a sub and then you're asking for, I think it was an Explorer, is that what you said? Yeah, an Explorer. Should I hold off for the Explorer? I mean, should I hold off for the sub No, man, get the Explorer. Wait till that'll come in first, you know. And if you get the sub, then you got that sort of cherry on the cake type thing. But no, it's not that I get mad. They don't care. They get those watches sold anyway, really. But will it hurt your chances of maybe getting something else? It might. So yeah, just especially if it's your first one. I think it's your first one, right? So thanks for your question, dude. Hey, Tony, question for you and the Magic Watch Ball. Tony, what's your thoughts on Rolex Explorer, and how do you like the latest iteration? The 39mm Explorer, not much. I just got offered one this morning, and I straight up turned it down. I'm just like, sorry, man, I'm not into it. I don't dislike it. I like it, but it's not a watch I would put it this way. There's other ways I would rather spend my money, you know what I mean? Other watches I would want or put towards, you know what I'm saying? So, not my thing as much. Magic Watch Ball, can she look into the future and see if I'll get my first Rolex Explorer from an AD before Christmas? Will he? You're pretty hard pressed, but it's possible since the watch is not as sought after as, say, a GMT, a Yachtmaster, or a Daytona, but it's up to your AD. Make sure you're following up and being very cool with them. All right. There you go, man. Good luck on that, dude. I hope you get it. Great video. Love your content. Any great more? This is from Michael Louis, L-U-I, 74. Great video. Love your content. Any great advice on how to get a Pepsi from AD, or should I just go to a reputable gray market? Thank you. Dude, I don't know what your spend history is and what your relationship is. If you got a really good relationship, at this point in time, dude, I would go gray market. I'm not even gonna bother. Yeah, just that's what I would do. I wouldn't actually, because I won't shop gray market. You know what I mean? I'll just wait. You know what I mean? And then if it comes in and I don't want it, then I'll just say I don't want it. Sorry, but yeah, I mean, it's up to you. You could wait too, but if you really want it, go gray. Thanks for your question, dude. Gordon Harwell, don't know if you're taking questions this week or waiting till after your trip. I am taking questions this week. Hope your back is doing better. I appreciate that, man. My back is a little tweaky, and I'm hoping it's going to be all right. I am going to probably have the surgery. Most likely, I got to do one more epidural when I come back. In November, I'm going to have it. And then most likely we'll do surgery early next year, and I don't want to do it, but it's almost like there's no other fucking hope. You know what I mean? It's that bad. So, but I appreciate it. I was born in Glasgow, Scotland. Sorry, dude, that was a bad impression. Which used to house the world's biggest shipbuilding industry, but has been transformed into a cultural and arts center. Glasgow has some independent watch companies, and one of the popular brands is Anordain. Sorry. They use Solida SW200 movements that are regulated in-house and have handmade ceramic dials. Ceramic dials or ceramic bezels? Okay. Dials or bezels? I think you say dials here, but I'm just thinking bezels. But then again, you know. I think sentimental reasons will carry the day, but wanted to ask your opinion on smaller micro watch brands. Do you have any favorite micro brands? You know, man, I don't like. I know about Anordain. I also know about Zero West. I also know about Studio Underdog. You know, and there's a bunch of others. And there's Fears. I don't know if they're still a micro brand. I believe the Brits are in the UK. Excuse me, in the UK. I mean, there's been a sort of resurgence with a lot of brands, man. You know, the thing I don't like about it, every one of them has a fucking story about how they go way back to 18 whatever, and it's just like, dude, every single one of them, every single one of them go, we're the first ones to do this, and it's like, no, you're not. But I don't have a problem with them, but it's the longevity of how long the company's going to be in business. You got, say, a watch with a 5-year warranty, and they're not in business a year from now. You know what I mean? But again, some of them like Zero West, Anordain are probably not going anywhere, you know what I mean? So, you know, they're cool, but I don't have a whole lot of, I mean, I do have some micro brands, but yeah, they're cool. You know, I just love watches, dude. So, yeah. Thanks for your question. Always appreciate it. This is from Jim Jafria. A question about something I haven't seen before. On the Barons I just bought, the bracelet is a toolless band for link removal. You press a small square on the inside of the band. Each link has one, and the pin pops out. Pretty efficient. Do any other brands have anything similar? Yes, the Cartier Santos invented that whole thing. And it's basically, yeah, it's the pin on the inside. You just pop it out. You could use a tool. It comes with a tool, but you can all do it without a tool. Cartier started that whole thing. Yeah, so cool. You know, Balkan Shed. Thanks for another great video, Tony. Any experience with Steinhardt watches and your opinion on them? I don't have any experience with them. I know they're a German brand, and they're a small company. They've been around a long time, and they do have one watch, and I'm sure you'd be able to tell me what it is, because I did see it on the Gentry channel where he went to Germany, and there was one specific watch that was a chronograph, I believe. That was pretty cool. It had a fluted bezel, but I don't know much about them, and I don't, you know what I mean? I know that they do make higher end watches with their own movements, but I also know that they make watches with like Sellita movements. So yeah, that's all I got for you, man. Sorry. Web Bezzy. Question to the Magic Watch Ball and you: which mechanical watch do you think is shock proof? Like Marilyn Manson popping out of a closet with "Hey, fuck!" Sorry, Uku. Would you wear one playing tennis? I would like to wear one when playing tennis. I'm thinking of a military watch like Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical. What do you think? Well, you know what, man? It depends, you know. I mean, if you're, say, right-handed and you wear your watch on your left hand, you could pretty much wear anything. Like, when you look at Rafael Nadal, you know, he's got this fucking Richard Mille, you know, that's like shockproof to whatever ends of the earth, you know what I mean? But he plays left-handed and he wears his watch on his right hand, so there's not as much force coming from there. There's still a lot of it because he's very athletic. But for instance, like with me, I'm left-handed, but I wear my watch on my right hand, but I'm also right-handed, so I play tennis right-handed. So I wouldn't, because of the force, you know what I mean? And I hit hard when I used to play. I don't play anymore. But yeah, so you could use anything. If you're using it on your other wrist, you know, then Hamilton would be fine. So, all right, people, all right, friends, dude, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate everything, liking, subscribing, and all that good stuff. I'll try to get another video before I go to Nashville, but if not, I'll see you in Nashville. But if I do see you before I go to Nashville, then cool, we'll see you again before I go to Nashville. All right. Take care.